Hey, this is my review for John John, written and directed and starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Scarlett Johansson, Tony Danza, Brie Larson, and cameos by Channing Tatum, Anne Hathaway, Megan Fox, and Cuba Gooding Jr., and some other faces I'm not too familiar with. But this movie is about a guy who's young and likes to go to the gym and church and loves his family and is a bartender and hooks up with and goes from girl to girl and really likes porn. He watches that daily, and that's just his life in a cycle. Until one night he spots this woman who's like the ultimate, like his ultimate woman fantasy come true, and she's played by Scarlett Johansson, and her daily life is just kind of going by rom com cliches and like how he's really into like his porn and that fantasy and the other things I mentioned he's really into daily. That's again that's what she kind of revolves around. So when they get together, they each are expecting one thing from another, and they have to realize that it's not the way they would like it to be, and you have to see if they stay together or not. And yeah, and that's what I really like about this movie. So like 500 Days of Summer is about this guy who meets with this girl and you don't know how it's gonna go, and you just and you root for him and whoever his co-star is, and I like that. And I like that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like I like how he picks like his when it comes to his scripts involving romance, they never play out in a real cliched way, which I really like, and I like that JGL is smart enough to not even do that really. So, but anyway, yeah, this movie I was really wanting to see this. I'm a big JGL fan. I like Looper, Mysterious Skin, Brick. Um, oh God, there's so many. He's done a lot of movies, and of course, 10 Things I Hate About You, and the list goes on. So, and the fact that he's this is his directorial debut is amazing to me. Funny thing is, I was aware of that going in. I knew he'd helmed this movie himself, but watching it, as much as I wanted to like watch it and be like, okay, like, this is what he's directed and he's in it too, his acting distracted me. I totally forgot until the end credits rolled again that he directed this movie, and I don't know if that, in my opinion, that like shows that he's a good director. He's got potential. I can't wait to see what movies he does in the future, and he was able to rack up a really good cast too. Like not only did he write what I thought was a really good, brutally honest, decent scripts, but he did get a good cast of characters, and these people felt real. Like this is a movie, but this kind of felt like you're watching these real life people in the cinematography, not in documentary form, if that makes sense. So yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt gave it his all, and he did well to me. Scarlett Johansson, this is I agree that this is one of her best roles. I like her too. I've seen quite a few of her movies. I really like her in Ghost World and The Avengers and Perfect Score and a list of her films too. And this is one of her best. She nailed that accent because my grandma's from New Jersey and I've been there. I want to say once or twice. So I'm a West Coast guy, but I have the feel of New Jersey. I know enough to say like, oh okay, her accent was spot on, and the fact that she was around like New York and New Jersey a lot growing up, so it's perfect for her. So yeah, I don't really have any complaints about Don John. Surprisingly, I thought this was just a spot on movie. I can't wait to see it again. I think this is a good movie for girls and guys to see, but maybe not couples. I don't know. It just depends. But yeah, this gives you a really good insight to most girls and boys' expectations when it comes to romance. And it's so funny and really ironic to go from Don John to baggage claim. Everything you hear about rom com cliches in Don John, baggage claim is the perfect example. I only saw this movie because I like Paula Patton. She's really attractive to me, and like seems like a cool, sweet actress. So yeah. Now she had me there at just right, and she had me at jumping the broom. But this movie, I don't know. It kind of felt like she was doing the same thing as usual. Again, I like her. She's likable. She's a very likable actress and good. But yeah, besides the cast, the script of this movie is really mediocre and a little too cliche. So yeah, baggage claim. If you're into rom coms, if that's your thing, see this movie. Otherwise, if you want something kind of new or different with the rom com or for couples, see Don John.